Right, so today you join me for a bit of an impromptu video. I just dropped the Audi off to Finchley Road Audi to have its second year major service, and then got called away for work to come out of London. So I was stuck, no car, my missus in the other car. So I quickly grabbed a quick rental, and I thought, while I've got it, I'll do a quick 10-minute video on it, and just because people might be interested in it. It's a 2014 Mini Paceman Coupe S. So let me show you around it, and then we'll talk a bit more about it. It's the Paceman Coupe S. It's in this white. Now, white is not really my colour for cars, but it does look quite nice in this car, to be fair. With the black roof and the black accents, it does look quite smart. Like I said, this is a 2014. The Paceman is a coupe. Don't ask me why, I don't really understand it. This Mini just... I mean, it is a cool looking car, but I just don't get why you want to, like, a crossover coupe, really. So like I said, it's all white, it's got the black accents, it is a Coupe S, so it does have like a sport mode, etc. But there you go, that's the outside of the car. I've drove it about 60-70 miles. It's a manual. I mean, it drives alright. It's a car I don't really understand, to be fair. It's why you wouldn't just buy a normal Coupe S or buy the Countryman. I don't really get where this... I see where it sits in the line, but I don't really understand who would buy it. But let's jump in. There's some country lanes here, we'll go for a drive around and see what we think. Right, so here we are inside the Paceman. It's that funky little key. So, put the key in. Start, stop, put down on the clutch, start, stop button. Where's left? I don't know if you can't see the handbrake, I will put a picture of the handbrake. But it's like a lever. I don't really understand it. There we go. Right. So, one thing I will say that I've noticed driving it so far, if you're driving along and the start-stop is on, I stalled this car like 4 times. Now, you may laugh, but I don't really usually stall cars that regularly anymore. But when you've got the start-stop on, as you set off, you have to let the engine start, then let off to go. It's a really unnatural thing. So yeah, I couldn't get used to it, so I just turn the start stop off when I jump in the car. Now let's turn on there's a sport button, so let's turn that on. Now one thing I will say for this car, which I've noticed, is the gear shift is really, really nice. Now I know I'm saying this a lot in videos lately, so take it from that way you will. But the gear lever and the gear shift in this car is very, very nice, very easy to use. Absolutely no problem. It just sort of bangs in the gears, so it's a short throw. So yeah, really nice gearbox. But again, it's one of them cars. Listen, it is a nice car. It is a stylish car. It's quite nice to drive. One thing I will say that it doesn't have going for it, the wing mirrors are set below the door. So like I'm looking over into my passenger wing mirror now, and the door card cuts off 25% of the mirror. I've never seen that in a car ever in my life. Always the wing mirrors are there to give you more visibility, and the ones in this, they're poor. I mean, the driver's one's fine. Now you can see. It's just I don't understand. They're set down. I suppose for the looks of the outside, if it doesn't help you if you're driving the car. Visibility out the back's fine. Again, it's a bit like peeping through a letterbox. Window is very small. So for a while, I had the Toyota CR-V crossover. Loved it. Car was lovely. Better car than this. And it looked funky. It looked very funky. The only thing playing in that car was the windows in the back were very small. Yet looking in the back, the room seems fine. I will jump out and start get the other camera set up so I can hop in the back and we'll see how I fit. I mean, we're getting at it in this country. The car picks up fine. The gears are very short. One thing I will say as well, the steering is quite heavy, and the car does seem to follow the undulations of the road quite a bit. So you feel like you're dragging it back, and that's a bit unsettling when you're trying to travel at speed. Yeah, it just unsettles me. Yeah, see, it just feels like you're wrestling it. I know it's a bigger car, but it's not the biggest car in the world. It still is a Mini. It's like I said, I think the car drives fine. I think, but for the sporty crossover market, where it wants to be, I think there's better options. I think your Nissan Dukes of this world, your Toyota HRVs or whatever, I can't remember the exact what it's called. I'll write it on the screen. Things of that nature, I think you're better off. I mean, even your Fiat 500Cs today, the Fiat 500 XL, I think you're better off. I don't understand, like a Mini Countryman. I don't really 100% understand the whole crossover thing anyway. I do like a Range Rover Evoque, the new ones. I really like the Audi Q3, especially the new Sportback. I mean, a car like this, I don't see why. Buy a car or buy a 4x4. You can get this 4x4s. You can get smaller 4x4s. You buy a Discovery Sport. You buy a Range Rover Evoque, something along an Audi Q3 and Audi Q5, a BMW X3. All these cars you're better off with. I will look up the price to this car because I'm not sure what it costs, but it wouldn't get a penny of my money, I don't think. And I'm a real fan of Minis. I will start off by saying that I really like Minis. I think the rebirth of Mini was great. I think it was brilliant, and I know they're not like the originals. I do love an original Mini, but the Mini I'm a Mini R56 Cooper S is in strong contention for my next daily car, which I'm still searching for. The next project will be coming. It's just finding which car's the right car. But that, like I said, an R56 Mini Cooper S is in strong contention to be that car. So it's not a thing against Mini because I love Minis. It's just a thing against these sort of cars. I think they're a waste of time, and the fact that this is a Cooper S as well. I mean, look, it's got no overboot. I just don't really understand it. But if it's what you go for, it's what you go for. I support it. But yeah, I wouldn't buy this car if you're looking for a sporty crossover. I just wouldn't. It really isn't up to the task. You just won't feel comfortable at this wheel at all. It's very. That's the only way I can put it. It just follows the undulations of the road so badly. So yeah. Right, so let me try and jump in the back of this car. So there's a handle there. Right, now the driver's seat is obviously set in my driving position. So let's see how this works. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, you can see my legs are there. It's not too bad. I mean, it wouldn't be, I wouldn't want to go miles and miles, but headroom is fine. I'm what, 5'8", 5'9". I sit quite far back, to be fair, when I'm driving. So I like my legs to be proper stretched out. So yeah, I mean, if you was a bit over 6 foot, you might struggle, but yeah, it's fine. You got cup holders back here. Got a 12 volt. So you got everything you need. I mean, I wouldn't complain about travelling back here at all. So I'm going to show you the interior of the car a little bit. I mean, the steering wheel's nice. You got all your controls on there. This is all your cruise control settings. So your stereo and answering your phone. It doesn't have Bluetooth in this model. There's your speedo in the middle, which I find a bit weird. I do love these toggle buttons. I think they're really cool. I really, really like them. What I also like is when you move the steering adjustment rack up, down, in, out, the speedo moves along with the wheel. So like in the TT, if I move the wheel certain places, you can't properly see the rev counter. Where in this car, it moves with it, which I think is a really, really good thing. Right, there's your gear shifter. It is a 6-speed manual. And there's the weird handbrake. I mean, yeah, I just don't get it. This is quite cool. You get a cool slidey sunglasses holder. So, yeah, that's there. On a rail, which, yep. There's your electric windows, electric mirrors. But like I said, that's the interior. It's not really that exciting. I'll show you the back from where I'm at, not in it. There's the back. Like I said, not too bad space-wise. Cup holders, a 12 volt. Now, I'll take you around to the boot and show you the boot quickly. Right, so you just put your hand in the menu, clip it like that. Up the boot comes. Excuse my equipment, but that's the boot. I mean, it isn't massive, but it is very deep. If you look there, it's very, very deep. So your back seats do fold down. So I mean, you could turn this. This would be. I'll tell you what. This would make a cool little van. If you took the back seats out and just made it like a little van, this would be a proper good work car. A really good work car, I think, personally. But yeah, there's your boot. Like I said, all the equipment's in it. But I mean, I've got a bit of stuff in there. No sort of problem. You could easily fit a couple of suitcases, a buggy. The load lip's very flat, so you've got no problem sliding stuff in and out. One thing I will continue on saying, right now I'm outside the car, what I was saying inside the car, is the car does come on run flat tyres. And I think they mess up the ride of a lot of cars. I've had it before on a couple of BMWs that I had, and the run flats just, I mean, these are Bridgestone run flats. They're good quality tyres, but they just, I don't know. I think they're very hard, and I don't like the way they drive on them. I wouldn't choose them on my car. If this was my car, I would take them off. It's just a personal thing. But yeah, I think that might be why the ride's a little bit compromised, because it's meant to be a sporty car. This is meant to be a sporty car, so I think tyres, like I was saying in the last week videos, tyres are very important to that. I think you can have the sportiest car you want. If it's got rubbish tyres, that's the bit that's on the road. Let me see if I can tell you 1 or 2 tips and hints about the car from what I've learned driving it. Your reverse gear is all the way over to the left, like it sort of goes over and then it goes again. There's a real heavy notch that you have to get over. It took me a minute to find reverse, so if you're just jumping in one, that's a little tip. To get the key out, you want to push it in first, then it comes out. Another little hint, because it took me a minute to work that one out. To start it, doesn't say it anywhere, but foot fully down on the clutch, press the stop. The lever has a button right underneath, so just press the button, pull up and then down, and it will go off. I think you have to have your foot on the brake at the same time, so you can't take the handbrake off without putting foot on the brake. So it will when the engine's off anyway. The sunglasses thing does unclip, so if it flies off, don't be worried because I thought I'd broke it, but there's a little button on the side, just press it and it sort of slots in back in. Other than that, there ain't much else in here really. It's pretty basic. It would be nice to have, I know they do one, I think they do one anyway with the screen in the centre. That would be nice. I think that would, for how big it is, I think having a sat nav or something on there would be nice, but this one doesn't have it. But I mean, like I said, this was a real quick impromptu video. Just a quick first thoughts on this car really. If you want to see more stuff like this, please let me know. Like I said, there is a good few reviews coming. I will be putting the video up about the service, what it's going to end up costing me. I still don't really know. It starts off like it is 350, but if they find anything else, God knows. So I'm still waiting how long it takes, the procedure and everything. Like I said, this is the first car I've took for annual service. Usually I just do it myself, but like I said, it come with a full comprehensive service, so I just want to keep that going. And the tune is booked, deposit is down, and it is coming. 4 weeks time, you'll come with me fully on that day for the full journey, and you'll see my first impressions firsthand. Before I even go anywhere in the car, I'm gonna set the camera up, jump in, and then we'll fly off, and you'll get to see firsthand my first off reactions of my SA Stage 2 tune. So fingers crossed they're positive. But yeah, thank you for everyone that subscribed. I mean, we're up to 60 subscribers now. That's amazing. It's growing every day, so I'm just so happy about that. Thank you for everyone that even watches the videos. Please click like. Please subscribe if you ain't already. It really helps me out and really spurs me on to keep making the content. If there's any tips or comments or anything you'd really like to see, please just hit me up in the comments. Like I said, now the lockdown's easing. There will be road trips, there will be car meets, there will be all of that fun stuff that we haven't been able to do just because of the situation we've been in. I've still been wanting to get a video to you every single week, and it's important for me just to keep them coming every week regularly, just because it helps me more and more get better and better at these. But like I said, today was really an impromptu video. I thought, well, I've got the car, I might as well just show you around it a little bit, talk you through how I feel about it, and hopefully you found it a little bit informative. But next video is the Audi service, so Friday 5, keep your eyes open, and thank you for watching.